Well, it's Black History Month. People are posting historical things that have to do with black people. They use the word African American, but a lot of us aren't from Africa. Some of us are from other regions, which they say everything originates from Africa, even white people. Uh, People are posting Martin Luther King, but that kind of upsets me because a lot of people that are separatists in this world, black people that believe in segregation, are posting things about Martin Luther King, and Martin Luther King was not a separatist. I grew up living Dr. Martin Luther King's Jr.'s dream. I grew up playing with little white kids, and those little white kids grew up to be men and women, and I still play, and we have fun together and do things. And that's really what Martin Luther King's dream was about. It wasn't about keeping yourself segregated and living in a black only neighborhood and white people living in white only neighborhoods and other races living in other neighborhoods. It wasn't about that. It was about equality and it was about against segregation. It's shocking to see college people, college students, separating and segregating themselves away from white people in college, having different proms and different events specifically for black people, as opposed to living the dream that Martin Luther King projected to us all in the 60s. Secondly, as you notice, I'm a leopard, and you see me wearing a beret. Leopards do change their spots. I mean, Bobby Seale ran of the Republican uh, uh, platform in San Diego for mayor. Angela Davis is teaching college in Santa Cruz, and she's still the same person, I believe. But I think people grow out of the radicalness and stuff, and once you get a little bit mature about things. Uh, I think that there needs to be a dialogue. It seems that most of the hate is coming from the inner city blacks in the hoods, and then the whites that are lower income or low income in rural America, etc. Poor people. That's where all the racial hatred's coming from. Nobody black that I've met really would become quite comfortable here in America, no matter the history of slavery and all that stuff. Some blacks are gravitating towards Islam because it's close to Africa and especially northern Africa. But Islam has been enslaving people, black people, today. And it was Islamic law and legal. But yet still black people want to gravitate towards Islam and the Middle Eastern religions. And it's like a shame because uh, they've been enslaving the world for a long time. And they've been enslaving blacks down in Africa recently. Black people need to get away from that because it's bad. In America, you're free. You're free. Some blacks stayed down south, knowing how hateful a lot of the people were down there and how racist it was. They stayed, but of course, when the Emancipation Proclamation, a lot of black people, not a lot, some black people stayed on the plantation with the master because they had that kind of mentality. Even though they were free to go, they stayed and served the master. And so there's some messed up black people in this world. And there's messed up white people in this world for doing some of the messed up things they do to black people and other people. And it's just the way it is. It's America, and we have to get over things. Per se, and get along with each other. White, black, brown, yellow, Asian. I don't know who you are, what nationality. We all have to get along together because we're on this little water bubble in space together, and it doesn't. We're not helping anything by fighting against each other over race and color. I'm going to hurt somebody's pride right now. Pride comes just before the fall. So when people get real prideful, they fall. They do. I remember in the 60s, James Brown did a song called Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. Oh, yeah. It was a good song. Everybody was singing. It gave a little bit of hope to black people and everything. But really, pride is a demon and it leads to evil things. Uh, I'm not proud of anything. I may be proud of accomplishments I did, but I didn't do them as a black person. I did them as a man, as a person, as an American. Uh, I remember once a white guy said to me, I don't think I'd want to be black. I said, I know you wouldn't want to be black because you wouldn't last very long. Being black is, there's struggles we had to go through, and struggles that a lot of people, white or whatever, wouldn't be able to be successful at. Uh, so this pride thing, and usually pride was always in the prison systems. People have black pride, white pride, Mexican pride, and they're in there killing each other. When they should be focusing on getting out of there and who's keeping them locked up. So pride is like really dumb. White people want to keep their racial purity, and black people want to keep their racial purity. But it's kind of like this. Like if you take a particular dog, let's say a Cocker Spaniel, and you keep breeding it and breeding it, interbreeding it and breeding it, there's some defects that come out. They either become mental or they have physical things that happen. Bad kidneys, bad this, that, and the other. Uh, they become kind of crazy. So that's what's happening with race in this world when people want to stick to their own kind. I remember seeing in one church, particular church I was involved with, and I'd never seen so many people have miscarriages and have birth defects and things in life, and that's because they stay with their race and a lot. And so it's a problem. I'm going to tell you something else here. I'm going to move on to another subject. Drugs. Drugs are put into the country, are leaked in and allowed, let in by certain amounts, and they're distributed to certain neighborhoods. They put crack in the black neighborhoods because it gobbled up your money, and there's certain chemicals in it that makes people afraid. And then they put speed and meth and all this stuff in white neighborhoods, and it didn't gobble up their money, but it made them work harder, and it makes males sterile. So, and then right now, the whole thing with marijuana is that they're making it legal all over the place because it makes people complacent. They'll accept anything now, the people on pot. Alcohol, same thing. They put it in, first off, they put it in the Native Americans to keep them all messed up. And meanwhile, someone took away the whole land from them. And things like that. So these drugs and alcohol and things, it's not just an accident that you have drugs in your neighborhood and you have family members that are hooked on drugs. It's almost a divine plan to keep people down, because the more people you can keep down, the other people can come up. I don't care if it's white, black, or whatever. So they put meth in white to sterilize them, because they figure they're the low lives that are going to use it anyway, and they're not any good to society. So they put these drugs out to there. They put blacks in there, rocks, marijuana, what do you call this stuff? Crack or whatever, in black neighborhoods, 'cause it eats up their money. And then not only that, it creates jails. They can arrest them for it. And so for each person that's arrested in there, there's 5, 10 people making $40,000 or $50,000 a year off of having a black person locked in jail, or anybody for that fact. So that keeps that part of our communities down. Uh, so these are things that and they haven't stopped happening. They always will. Jeff Sessions is trying to make things illegal so he can keep people locked up for less than nothing.